Hey, you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another conversation, the first conversation of the year 2021. And we are having an amazing conversation today. We want to discuss and understand the mind, the thoughts, the feelings, and of course, our actions. If you have read the books and you're reading the book with me from half, you will know that half will say your thoughts influence your feelings, and your feelings influence your actions. And somewhere in the Bible, it is also written that as a man thinketh, or again as a woman thinketh, so he is, and so she is. And so that's why we know that to start the year, it is important to start it with a very good mindset, a thinking mindset, and a thinking pattern. That's why this year we had to begin, of course, with amazing people that have worked their mindset, people that are doing amazing things in the community, and people that we have chosen to celebrate them because we know that they are doing amazing works for the community. Welcome with me, Dr. Beatrice Lukuze, who was last year our coach as well during the Sample Masters class. And also welcome with me, Florian Zekur, who also we had a nice conversation also last year, transforming your problems into solutions. I'm so glad to have you all, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year. And I'm thankful to God that we are starting this year with a very special conversation, the mind. Ma'am, you're welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you so very much, Farah. Happy New Year, everyone. Good to see you again. We made it. I am so excited about 2021. It has great opportunities for all of us. I can't wait. Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you so very much, Doctor. And now to you, Florian. How are you, Florian? It's
Um,
always a privilege to have you.
thank you, Vera. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy to join your conversation. Yes, I am excited.
I am particularly thrilled to be with you both today because I know that you are starting the conversation with me. And of course, I also know the brilliant minds that you are both having. And so that's why I'm particularly thankful. And thank you for accepting our invitation. For those who are watching, I thank you for coming. Thank you for joining the conversation. Make sure you share the link with friends. Remember the Ubuntu spirit, and that's what will be accompanying us this year. We are because you are. And yes, that takes me to our conversation today. Ma'am, tell us a little more about yourself. Who is Dr. Beatrice Lukoze, and what does the thought and our thinking pattern have to do with business and money?
Wow. I'm so excited to be here once again. Yes, my names are Dr. Beatrice Lukose, a very humble lady from the slopes of Mount Kenya, but now living in the Netherlands. So I came up from a small village from central Kenya, and I'm one person who believes that I know firsthand what it takes to rise from the trenches of lack to begin a new personal transformation journey, to rise to be a top student, international entrepreneur, a diplomat working with the United Nations for 15 years now. I'm a keynote speaker. I'm also an author. I have authored 3 books. And I'm a life and business coach specializing more on e-business mindset and strategy. And I'm also an employee, as I mentioned, with the United Nations, and I'm a wife and a mother of 2 young adults. But more than that, I'm also the founder and the CEO of a company which we call I Motivate Solutions, specializing in African business automation and processes. So what we basically do, we build online businesses, we do e-commerce platforms, mobile solutions. But on top of that, we also do things like branding, marketing for you, And so what we're saying is we do it all for you, plus coaching and also mentoring. So under one roof, you're actually getting everything to do with a business. So what we say is let's handle your business stress and you enjoy passive income. And that is I Motivate Solutions. And if you wanna Google it, it's I Motivate with an I at the beginning and no E at the end. I Motivate Solutions.com. And on top of that, I'm also the CEO of what we call Wealth First Africa. Now, Wealth First Africa is a virtual movement that we have started that is uniting together Africans and friends of Africa, actually bringing them together to connect, to innovate, and to do trade. So it's a place where Africans and friends of Africa ought to be right now, especially with the opening up of the borders. Things are changing very fast, and we want actually Africa to come from aid to trade. So please, if you would really want to know more about Wealth First Africa, it's a platform for all the Africans and friends of Africa. So if you're doing business in Africa or outside Africa, anything to do with business, please join wealthfirstafrica.com. But if you're setting it up, you want any solutions to do with your business, it's I Motivate Solutions. But more than that, I'm also a European coordinator for Women in Business Network, where we also help women from Africa to have access to the European market opportunities. And so this is something I'm really humbled to be able to do to help women because I have a very close passion for women. But again, as I mentioned, I've been working with the United Nations also for 15 years, and I'll be talking that a little bit later. But I also do have a doctorate in business administration, focusing on emotional intelligence and business. And that's why this topic tonight is very, very close to my heart. So the question is then, with the business and emotional intelligence, where do they meet each other? And what does this mean for me? What did this mean for me? I did my research, as I mentioned, on emotional intelligence for my doctorate in business administration. And there's something I learned that transformed my life. And what I learned is something that many of us do not know, many of us are not aware of. And so the question is, when you're thinking about business, we all go to school to learn business. I did myself. What percentage of business is what you learn from school, or the tactical, the academic part? And what percentage is emotional intelligence? What percentage is the mindset versus the tactical? And what I learned will blow your mind today. Business is 80%, 80, mindset, and 20 tactical, or the academic side. And so what this meant to me is that, oh my goodness, I can actually do business using just my emotional intelligence. So it has so much to do with how we do business. And for me, as a person coming from a very humble beginning, what I realized is that I have to really use my mind, my mindset. I have to maintain constantly a positive mindset, positive outlook. I have to energize myself with positive words and affirmations to help me move forward. And so my affirmation came to be get, set, go, and make it Beatrice. Get, set, go. That helps me mentally to wake up and do something. So that is me in 3 minutes. I'm going to be sharing more. I'm sure I have so much. There's an area I'm really passionate about. So thank you so much, Farah, for the opportunity.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Beatrice. And of course, you said get set goals that helps that wake up and to do something. Thank you very much, Doctor. We are going to come back to this very, very important conversation, the conversation of emotional intelligence and money. And I'm really, really curious to find out What has that got to do? You already started the conversation that 80% of what our businesses becomes depends on our emotions. Wow. This is this aha moment. This moments where you say, we don't learn this in school, right? And we don't learn this in class. Thank you so very much, Doctor. I'm very, very, very grateful to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, keep sharing the video, keep sharing the link. These are conversations that we will be having. Not everyone is having the privilege to join now, but make sure you share so that they can also join. And of course, if you have your questions, start sending your questions, because you may not have the privilege to have Dr. Beatrice like I do have that privilege. So send your questions so that we can start and she can answer your questions. I'm taking you to our next guest today, and he is not a person than Florian Zeko. Florian was with us last year, and Florian taught us how to transform our problems into solution. Florian, it's a privilege to have you start the year with us. Tell us more about who is Florian and the business you do.
Wow, wow, wow. I want to say thank you to Doctor because she had a very, very good introduction. I've learned a lot just from the introduction. My name is Florian Tsuku. I'm coming from Cameroon. I see myself as an entrepreneur, an investor in the crypto business. So I'm coming basically from the engineering. So I'm an engineer. And later on, I went on to complete an MBA, and finally, I've completed a certification in product management to find out that the good product, the best product, is money. So if you don't have knowledge about money, if you don't know how to use money, if you don't know how to invest money, how to grow wealth, so you're gonna have a hard time getting to your financial freedom. And this is the reason why, yes, my interest is investing and helping people to get to the financial freedom through investment. So the topic of today is, how your thought influence your investment or your financial freedom. So it's important to know that how the human being think is how he is. So the way you think is the way you're gonna also take action or not take action. So it's important to have to get yourself educated and to do all in your possible to um, to use your thought and get to your financial freedom.
Thank you so very much, Florian. And again, you said something that was so interesting: money and money and money. And you said the best product is money. This I'm going to keep for a very long time in one of my diaries. The best product is money. And you said if you don't know how to grow wealth, use money, invest money, then you will have hard times. This is why we have just the best on this platform, people who have really devoted themselves to understand what money is all about. And of course, the reason why we started with the mindset and we started with money, so that people get prepared for the year that is coming ahead. And now we are diving straight to our conversation. We want to thank everyone who is here, and we're already thanking Eno Maggie, who is already coming up with the question, what's the meaning of financial freedom? I want to learn something about it. Ma'am, Dr. Beatrice, what is the meaning of financial freedom?
I think for me, financial freedom is getting to a point where in life, when I go to a restaurant, I don't have to look at the prices of the meals. You see, you get when they bring you the menu, You start with the side where the prices are, and you're like, oh my goodness, I can only afford chicken, And so you're eating chicken every day, every days, I think for me, financial freedom is where I'm able to help myself and my family and those around me and the
Thank
community.
you.
That
That
is
was
it.
so practical. Dr. Florian, you want to add to that? What is financial freedom? I just like that answer, Dr. Beatrice, to be at the point where when you go to a restaurant, you don't have to look at a menu according to their prices. So you just order and give yourself a treat. Thank you so much. Florian, what is financial freedom for you?
So, financial freedom is about doing what you want, where you want, and when you want it to do. Don't get into a system, that makes you working all your life for money, spending time with your family, with people you love, doing what you love, and spending the money. Even though you get financial freedom, you still have to. It's one thing to get money, is another thing to keep it. So to be financial free is also to get the ability to keep the money you have for your financial freedom, and this is another thing. So you still have to learn how to do that.
Thank you so much, Florian. You still have to learn. And this is exactly what we were not taught in schools. I can't remember that we were taught in school how to invest. I can't remember that it was taught in any syllabus. Doctor, you did business administration up to the level of doctor. So you have the highest level, right, of education in business administration. But honestly, did they teach you in this your business administrative world how to invest, manage, and go about with money? Do we learn that in school? Tell us more.
No, no. It's very, very interesting. And that's a very important point because whilst we go to school to learn about accounting, management, it's very, very rare that you have a class where they are teaching you how to relate with money
Mhm,
and the emotional side of handling money. They
mhm,
never teach us that. They never. So you go to class, they will teach you all these academic, stuff. You do all the research, you do assignments, but they will never, never tell you or sit you down and tell you that you're growing up, the environment you grew up in, what you heard about money has a huge effect of who you actually become in life and how you do your business in life. You never hear that.
Now, how do we now help the people if we never hear that and then we go to school for that very purpose? Why do we have to go to school? I mean, what's the essence now of school? And how do you come in now to change the system? Because now I know that you also offer training programs. How does the training program that you offer affect the mind and bring, of course, that aspect that we are missing from the, I don't want to call it colonial school systems, but from those systems that really do not add value and give us the things we really need to know.
Wow, very, very important question, my dear, because I started my first business in 1998, and that was in Uganda. But I can openly tell you, I suffered so much. And why did I suffer? It's not because I didn't have a first degree in economics. I mean, I had studied a lot about economics. So I was well equipped to actually start a business. But what no one ever told me is that I would be struggling with things like procrastination, that I would be struggling with finances, I would be struggling with fear. Fear gripped me to the core and procrastination to the point that I procrastinated so much to the point that I even missed, I remember, a huge bid that we were meant to put a proposal for. Just because of fear, I am not going to get it. I am not good enough. And so, my dear sister, having now done my studies on emotional intelligence, and I'm really grateful that I took that route. I realize that fear, procrastination, they are the biggest emotions that mess around with us. And most of these are deep rooted from when we were children. What we had our parents tell us about a business. What were they saying to you about money? What did you see growing up about money? Were your parents always fighting? Did they ever tell you that money does not grow from the trees? Did they say money is the root of all evil? Did they say the rich are greedy? Did they say save for a rainy day? If you're saving for a rainy day, it's very important to save so that you make investments. And it's good to save so you can clear your loans, etc., etc. But if you're saving with the notion that you're saving because of a rainy day, guess what? You're only going to have more of those rainy days. Personally, I really struggled until I came to a point where I had to say, enough is enough. There's something I am missing. I'm reading so many books. Something is missing. Something is missing. The 80% is missing. And that's the emotional intelligence, my dear. So I have come up with a program, and this program deals with business mindset. It starts with procrastination. It starts with fear. And this fear has originated from our upbringing, from our culture, from our parents, from the schools, the schooling we have had. I have also come up with a program where I'm talking about the money master plan. We need to understand money. I like what my brother is saying, Florian, about money, because money is the product. That's why we are working so hard. So if we don't know how to relate with money, then we have a big problem. So in this program that I have designed, we're dealing with business mindset. We're also dealing with money mindset. We are also dealing at depth with business mapping. What do you need to know about business? How do you start a business? What do you know about a niche? What is the market you're looking at? And then communication. And then the last, and this is where also my brother will be coming in, I'm sure, from his engineering side, is where we are saying, look, for every business to succeed, money has to work for you. You don't have to work for the money. So use the existing systems to help you get passive income while you are asleep. So this is actually a whole program. It's available online, and I'm actually giving it for free for anyone who is in need of it tonight. I'll give you access for free because it's very, very important.
How I love this. I love it. And I'm sure that our viewers and those listening to us love it. Thank you so very much, Doctor. And that takes me to you, Dr. Florian. Doctor said a lot of things and connected back to your conversation. Money is a product. And we must understand how to grow this product, invest this product, make use of this product. And she went further to say, because it's such an important product, we should be able to invest so that it starts bringing in more. What an amazing conversation. Thank you very much. I welcome all of you listening from wherever you are. Those watching from YouTube, you're all welcome. Those watching from Facebook, you're welcome. Make sure you share the link. These are very important conversations. You will not have it in your classrooms. And for those who may not have contact with all these amazing people, this is a privilege you are having to have direct access. So have your questions, send your questions, and of course make use of their offers. Thank you, Dr. Beatrice, for the offer you just made. For those who are interested to take part in this free just for tonight, please send us a message. Doctor, you give us a link whereby or a contact whereby they can also write directly. And I also give you a contact where you can write us so that you can take part in that training program, emotional intelligence. Perhaps from that moment, you will learn how to change your mindset. That which daddy and mommy told you, oh, it was not true. And I thank you, Dr. Beatrice, for reminding us that we do not have to save for raining days. So you who like saving for raining days, be sure if you keep saving for raining days, you have more rains come. So we better start changing our minds, our thoughts, and start saving for investment to make the money grow for us and not for raining days. And this takes me to you, Florian. Teach us more about money. And you are telling us there's a new dimension of money coming up. With the COVID-19, we know that everything has gone online. And you are telling us there's another format that is coming us. How do we grow this money?
Thank you, Vera. First of all, what is money? As you said, money is a value, right? So money is a commodity, is a value. And this value is defined by somebody who bring the money on the table, who fabricate the money. So this is very important to understand what money is. Now, we have different kind of money or different kind of value. We have the fiat money, so the money coming from the bank or from the central bank. And now we have cryptocurrency. So those are new form of money based on the blockchain. So if you have people here connected, if you want to invest in cryptocurrency and you want some advice in which token you want to invest in, how, the knowledge you want to know to invest, you can contact me or visit my YouTube channel on Florian Tsuku. You're going to find some good video there that teach you all those stuff. But you got to understand the cryptocurrency business is born because we have a very, very big problem how the bank manage money. So the bank, when they had problem with money, the way they manage money, we, the people, we had to bail them out. And this is not right. This is the reason why somebody called Satoshi Nakamoto 2008 came out with the Bitcoin protocol. And from this Bitcoin protocol, we have now like 6,000 cryptocurrency on the market. You have the best one and you have diverse use case. So to go into the cryptocurrency, to understand cryptocurrency, you still have to understand which token is the best, which kind of use case, what is the project, who is behind the project, to get your money working for that. And as the doctor said, the passive income, you still have to understand what passive income is, what is smart contract, what is DeFi, decentralized finances. Those are many stuff. If you want to get into that, you can check it on the internet, and you can contact me in private so I can help you to understand better how to put your money to work.
Thank you very much, Florian. And of course, it takes me, you just gave us some words and we're going to be using it. You're telling us that passive income is a very important stuff. Dr. Beatrice mentioned that also when she said your money should be producing money. And I'll just throw the question to you. Someone from the Global TV is asking the question, what is passive income? How do we grow that? Doctor, I begin with you.
Passive income.
And connect this with the mind. How does the mind work to understand what passive income is and how can we grow that?
Passive income is my favorite word. I love passive income. It is the sweetest thing you can ever think of. So passive income is actually money that comes your way when you are asleep.
Exactly.
When you are asleep, oh my God, this is my dream. And this is what I'm working towards right now. I'm working so hard to get to a point where money is coming into my account when I'm on holiday, when I'm sleeping. I don't have to actually do much work for it. All I need is to have the right mindset and the right systems, and I can just enjoy money coming my way. Now, when it comes to the mindset, now, whether we realize it or not, Our relationship with money actually is largely drafted when we were, young, when we were kids, during our childhood, and perhaps even before then. So all the beliefs that we have about money are actually encrypted in us by observing and internalizing the money messages that we have learned from our parents, from the authorities, and from the siblings. So the question is, if you grew up in an environment where the money mindset was not positive. For example, let me give you an example. I had a friend of mine who was making about $70,000 per year. But however much he tried, he was not breaking even. He tried so much. He kept on making the wrong investment choices. He was overspending. And I remember during one of our sessions, I asked him, what kind of statements did you grow up hearing about money? And he actually remembered that his mother used to constantly say that the rich are greedy. The rich are greedy. Now, this became the conditioning of his mind. And this affected the way he treated money. And so, with this kind of a mindset, you can just imagine if he's making decisions with this kind of a mindset, what happens? He will always spend his money very fast, lest he becomes greedy himself. So, this is what used to happen. Oh my goodness, anytime he could get money on his hands, it's like his hands were shaking. It's like, if I keep this money, I'm going to be greedy. If I keep this money another day. So he had to spend it so he's not greedy. So this is how the mindset can actually affect the way we make our decisions. So if we make a decision with this kind of a background or with this kind of a conditioning, then you'll be getting the wrong fruits. So going back to passive income, there are people, because of their conditioning, they feel guilty when they have a lot of money. They feel guilty. They don't know how to manage it. But I want you to be free today. I want you to be free to the point that you're so relaxed to receive passive income, even work towards it coming when you are asleep without feeling guilty at all. Thank you so much, my dear.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a hard one. People feeling guilty for having a lot of money. Now, if we are feeling guilty for having a lot of money, the question is, how do we get out of that blockage? Florian.
Now, before answering your question, let me get back just for 1 minute to passive income. We have somebody. This is Warren Buffett. You know who Warren Buffett is. He used to say, if you don't find something that works for you when you are asleep, you're going to be working until you die. So the system is made on purpose to keep the mass working to get smart people more riches. So you have to get out of the mass. You have to stand out. If you don't stand out, and then I'm coming now to your point, education. If you don't get away from the education most of us receive from the childhood, we were taught to go to school, to go get a degree, and to work for a big company. Most of us, we were taught like this: go and get the best degree and go and work for the company. This is not how rich people teach their children. They teach their children to earn and control. So you have to earn and control through business, through investment, through education, through tactical thinking, as the doctor used to say, tactical thinking, and through strategical thinking. So this is critical to get yourself educated about money.
Whoa, thank you very much. Teach your children to earn and to control. I just like writing those very quick statements that you say so that it doesn't go off my mind. And when I get back to the YouTube, to the Facebook page, that I can also actually watch it myself again. The good thing with the conversation with you is I also have the privilege to learn more again from you, and I can always go back to check and re-listen and re-listen. I appreciate all of you who are here. We are starting the year with a mindset, with a thought, with our feelings towards a very important product, which is money. And Florian says money is a product that we have to know, understand how to grow it, invest it. And Dr. Beatrice said that many of us, or most of the people, are guilty to have enough of this product. And she is a doctorate in business administration and revealed to us again today that these conversations are not being taught in school. And it backs it up with what Florian is just saying, that rich people teach their children, or is again, wealthy people teach their children how to earn, how to control, how to grow that product. But unfortunately, the poor people, so to say, that their mindsets are not bigger or again developed, they teach their children to go to school, have the best, so to say, colonial education, come back, work for the colonial master, or again work for the people who have installed this kind of systems of education. No wonder we have business administrators, MBA, and yet they're not able to start up businesses. And I have been wondering all along, why are they having business administration and they can't start up businesses? Today, Dr. Beatrice Lukoze revealed the secret. The secret is 80% of what we need to grow our business is not taught in school. It is the emotional part of it. And for this, I am very, very grateful, Doctor. Thank you so very much for taking your time and giving us this free education, free learning that we do not really have to pay for. Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much, Florian. Let's go back now to the topic again of today. Your thoughts influence your feelings, and your feelings influence your actions. Now, we're entering into a new year. We have a lot of challenges going on, a lot of challenges with the COVID-19. Doctor, how do we prepare our community, help them to understand how to work their mind consciously, their thought, so that they can have empowering thought to be able to achieve that one most important product, which is money?
Wow, wow. That's a very good question. I like it. I like it. Because growing up personally, I was always told that money does not grow on the trees. I mean, and I came to actually believe that. And so these are conditioning that I grew up with. And what this did with this kind of a belief, I started seeing money as being something that's very scarce, something that is very rare, and something that is very hard to obtain. And no wonder, however much I tried, I was not going beyond the ceiling because this is the conditioning I had. I had this conditioning that the government officials have it all, that we have classes in life. We have the rich and we have the poor. And the rich just get richer and the poor get poorer. And this made me believe that my financial fate had already been determined by someone else, not myself. So in this case, coming from a very humble beginning, from the slopes of Mount Kenya in a small village, I was already poor. We didn't have a car. And so that meant I would remain poor. even get poorer, if anything. But this is not supposed to be the case. But I didn't realize this until a specific time when I said, I have done my MBA. I have studied enough. Something is still missing. And then started to dig deep into what it could be. It was such a deep awakening. And so the question is, we are now in 2021. What do we need to do? What do we need to change? Is it possible to change our conditioning? Is it possible to change our feelings, our emotions, and our thoughts? It's very possible. And I think that's one thing I learned even for emotional intelligence. I learned, and it's very well documented, that one can acquire it at any time. So you cannot say something, oh my goodness, I can never get it. No, that would just be an excuse. It's very possible. And the specific steps that we have to take. One thing we have to realize is that God has given us a mind. And it's such a powerful tool. The ability to think, the ability to learn, the ability to choose and to reason. So we have it. All of us do have it. But the question is, how are we using it? The answer is very simple. The answer is very, very simple. Use your mind to your favor. Use your mind to your favor. Thoughts just reflect who you really are. So the question is, what are you thinking? How are you thinking? How are you feeling? And I can tell who you are. From today, my encouragement is attain a positive mental attitude towards money and towards business. But how can you do that? A very important discovery was made about the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is like the spirit man for those who are spiritual. I'm a Christian. So that the spirit man. Scientifically, we are driven by the subconscious mind. But we also have the conscious mind. The conscious mind is where you hear all those little negative voices, blah, 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 blah. You're not good enough. You cannot afford this. Oh, you're not rich. Oh, blah, blah, blah. That's the conscious mind. But we have the subconscious mind, the purest form of a human being. And statistically, scientifically, it's proven that the subconscious mind does not know how to say no. So for those who are Christians, it's like what the Bible says, his answers are yes and amen. So what happens? If you say, I'm not good enough, the subconscious mind says, yes. And that's what reproduces. That's what you get. So from today, I want you to take various steps. 2021, first of all, self-awareness. What did you hear about money? Please take time. What did you hear about money? Are you blaming the government for corruption? Is it even your problem to blame the government? Are you blaming somebody else for your issues? Are you very critical? Are you playing a victim's role in your life? I want you to do this one thing. I want you to change your conditioning from today by having positive affirmations about money. I want you to do that. It will really transform your life. I want you to start speaking to yourself, because just thinking without actions is not good enough. You also need to take steps of faith. So understand where you're coming from. What did you hear? Second, separate from it. You need to separate completely. Like I had to do that. I had to say enough is enough. This is what I heard about money. It does not grow from the trees. That's not true. Oh my goodness, it's not true. I am saving for a rainy day. No, I am saving because I want to have good capital for investment. And now I'm working towards getting passive income. So I'm not saving for a rainy day. So separate. Second, the reconditioning. And the reconditioning now here is where you get positive affirmations about money, about your life. I am good enough. I can afford a big mansion. I can afford a villa. I can invest money. My brother is there to help us. I should be among the first people to come to you for help so that I actually widen my knowledge about money and investments. Education is very important as well. So that is it, Farah. It all starts with, first of all, knowing where you're coming from and where you want to go in 2021. Don't go with the same mentality, because otherwise you get up with the same results.
Thank you. Don't go with the same mentality, otherwise you come out with the same result. 3 points to note to get out of it. We need self-awareness. And self-awareness, you said that, of course, you reminded us of the fact that what did we hear about money? So be conscious about that. You also mentioned the fact that it's so important to separate ourselves, separate from these damaging thoughts and beliefs that we got about money and all those things where our parents used to say we money doesn't grow on the tree. Separate from those kind of belief systems, and then start now the reconditioning or re-education by giving yourself empowering affirmation and giving yourself, especially the subconscious mind. And I like what you said, the fact that it has been proven scientifically that the subconscious mind is so powerful to determine how far we can go. But you backed it up again by saying that, and that subconscious mind is just a space where it can accept everything you give it to. So if you choose to say, I give my subconscious mind that empowering thought to dream big and achieve big and to do all things, I can do all things through that strengthens me, then you can achieve more than just what you just said. But if you choose to give that subconscious mind that negative thought, then you will become the victim of change or the victim to blame other people. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all who are here. I'm getting very exciting commentaries. I want to come to you, Florian. Tell us more. Someone said something. I'm bringing you back to the questions of our viewers. The reason why we do this is so that we can also answer the questions of our viewers and be able to help them. That's why I'm bringing you back to the question of passive income. Florian, we had a very good conversation on passive income. And during that, I missed the question and the conversation of Idaneza Daniel, who said, the paradox of passive income is that you're actually selling your time. You don't go to sleep. Passive income requires continuous supervision, upgrade, and maintenance to keep up with competition. Can you please throw more light on this? You both, but I start with Florian, please.
Yes, she's absolutely right on that. You need, even though passive income comes from one investment, where you get from your investment a return of interest, something you get, let's say, every month or every day, but you still have to check it out. You still have to control. You still have to watch. You still have to do something to keep the passive income, whether growing or reinvesting. So she's right on that. Now let's come back to the thought, as the doctor said. So this is important also, how you think about stuff, about the money or about your life. So I will advise everybody here to make sure you listen to to stuff that makes you grow your thought, to positive stuff. Make sure you listen, make sure you watch, make sure you bombard your thought with positive things. Make a vision board. Everything what you see every day is something you can follow. It's something you will finally accomplish. If you want a big car, a big house, just make a vision board. Every day when you wake up, you see that. You have this like your dominant thought, and so you will be closer and you will be committed to work hard and to change your way of thinking to get to that. Now, the second thing is feelings. So if you don't control your feelings, ladies and gentlemen, you will get your life definitely destroyed. You need to control your feeling. And to get into your feeling, you need to have good thoughts. To have good thoughts, you need to control your sense. What do you watch every day? Who are you listening to? Those things. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Those are things important for you to keep yourself in the positive way to get yourself to get things accomplished. And then action. When you are ready to take action, don't procrastinate. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Don't be afraid to fail. Just do it. By doing it, by trying it, then you get to success. This is what I can say.
Thank you so
Thank
very
you,
much.
Vera.
Thank you. Thank you. This was wonderful. Thank you so much. And of course, I took note of it. um you said that three things are so important. You mentioned the fact that make a vision board. For those who know about vision, of course, it is also God is telling us that our people, if they would at least have a vision, they can achieve great and mighty things. Our children, our men and women can see have visions, and if they have visions, then they'll have great achievements. So it's important to have a vision board for daily help. We're going to have the conversation of a vision board another time because 58 minutes go so quick. So, but the vision board is so important because you keep imagining, they see the things, and then you see it on a daily basis, and it keeps drilling you, pushing you to keep moving forward. And then, Florian, you also said feelings. If you don't control your feelings, you will destroy your life. And this is so important because we are usually drilled by the feeling, the other side of the feeling that is really not good, by anger, by vexation, by hate, by jealousy, by all these negative feelings. And these negative feelings actually destroy us, really. Let's take an example. If we have to do a business with you, and then for one reason you come late, and then I just get angry. Oh, I can't do business with this person who never keeps to time, and you do not even know what made the person maybe delay. I don't mean that we tolerate delay and all that, but you do not know what happened, right? And because you can have self control, you pass out and maybe start saying things which will again on the other side provoke distrust, right? So we have to learn to control our emotions, control our feelings, so that we can be able to make the best out of it. And then you went further to say, surround yourself with amazing people. Surround yourself with people that can inspire you. The things you hear are so important. So surround yourself with those good stuffs, empowering stuff that can help you move forward. And lastly, you said, take action. When you are ready to take action, just do it, and do not be afraid to fail. I do not even think that there's anything like failure. I only think that there are experiences we make in a different times. So never think you have failed, no matter where you are now in your life. Be sure if you implement the conversations today, the things you've heard today, put them into practice, your year 2021 will not be the same like the previous years. And it really doesn't matter with or without COVID, because it is not our place to blame other people for our circumstances. We are responsible. Dr. Beatrice, 58 minutes goes too quick. I'm going to give you the chance to tell the people and encourage us for the year 2021. Your encouraging words to the people.
Thank you very much, my dear. I think I will leave them with my own slogan, and that is get set and make it happen. What that slogan did for me, that was in 1997, get set and make it happen. It helped me to rise up from a situation where I was sleeping on the floor with a mattress on the floor, with a young baby, with no food. And I had to look for something that will help me to trigger my mind, change my mindset, and prepare it for transformation. The moment I said get set and go, on the word go, if you have watched athletics, when they are told go, they don't start there and start looking backwards. Oh, will I? Oh, will I not? Oh, will I make it? Once the gun goes off, go. They take off like a bullet. And that's the attitude I had to maintain. So this slogan, get set and make it happen, get set and go, could help me to wake up. I was very judgmental. I was procrastinating too much. I struggled so much, but that helped me to wake up. Beatrice, get set, go and start a business. That was my first New Year resolution in 1998. Start a business from where? I'm sleeping on the floor. I have no money. Where? It's a long story for another day, but I thank God that I started it. Is that business that has actually earned us even the recognition with the United Nations. From there, we were able to work with other governments all the way from Uganda. We have been to Rwanda. We have been to Tanzania. We have worked with the government of Botswana. We have been to Harare. We have been to many countries, including even Jamaica. Just because I said, get set, go and make it happen. Get set, go and start a company. That company has seen us through today here in Europe. So that's my encouragement today. No procrastination, no fear. Get set and go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. What a wonderful way to start the year. You was listening, get set and go. And no more excuses, no more blame games. Get set and make it happen. Take that also for your own new year start and of course make that dream happen. I know many of you watching, you have aspirations. This is no longer the time to have the blame game and to tell the government of Africa is doing that, the leaders. It's none of our business to judge them. The question is, what are you doing? Get set, make it happen. Thank you very much, ma'am. An amazing slogan. Florian, encouragement word for the people.
I mean, doctor just said it all. I mean, nothing to add on that. That was the resume of what we've been talking. Get set and go. That's it for 2021. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Get set and go. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our program. Very timely. We had 59 minutes, and so we've come to the end. We appreciate all of you, and please make sure you share the video to your friends, neighbors who are around and are going to be watching. Maybe this could be a turning point of your life. Get set and go. No more procrastination, no more delays. Have control over your thoughts because as you think, so you are. My name is Vera Sampon, and gladly I am your host. God bless you until we meet again next week, same time, for another conversation with other very, very interesting guests. Bye bye.